Hello, this is a quick guide to the Varied Geometry Challenge from the Master Salvation's Edge Raid. In this video I'm going to assume you know how to complete this encounter normally and just focus on the changes for Master and the challenge specifically. This is a complicated encounter and you'll need to have a good base knowledge of the normal strategy before understanding the challenge requirements. Firstly, if you're doing this on Master, make sure you bring a weapon that can stun unstoppable champions, as all of the ogres in this encounter are now unstoppables. Also with the challenge you'll be spawning some extra unstoppables, so make sure you have a loadout that can deal with them. The Ignited Light Triumph is also fixed, so you can start making progress on this as well. So the Varied Geometry Challenge requires that you cannot use the same solution twice in a row. When doing this encounter normally, the outside team would normally create the cone, cylinder and prism, and the inside team pick up the two shapes that create those objects. This is actually only one of 3 possible solutions. The easiest way to complete this challenge is to just do the normal strategy for the first and third phases, and only do one of the alternate solutions on the second phase. This will ensure you never use the same solution twice in a row. Now there's a lot of detail that goes into how and why these alternate solutions work, but I'm going to just focus on what you need to do to complete it. If you think, oh wait, it would be faster if I just skip this step and do this instead, don't. There are some really weird requirements that this encounter needs for it to count as the correct solution. You might have all the right shapes in the right spot, but it doesn't work because you didn't meet all the prior requirements. You might hear some people talk about cleansing shapes. This is one of those requirements, so instead of worrying about all that, just follow these simple steps to get it done. The solution for the second phase of the encounter we're going to create is what we call pure shapes. So 2 circles which make a sphere, 2 squares which make a cube, and 2 triangles which make a pyramid. We need both inside and outside teams to end up with the same shapes in the same spots, so we're going to first focus on what the outside team does. When I say outside team, I mean the team of 3 that are still in the main area. These guardians will need to make the 3D shapes that equate to the symbols that the inside guardians will pick up at the end. Now the first thing is the call out. If someone calls out CST for circle, square, triangle, just follow this rule for what the call out will become. So in this example, the outside team would then make a cube on the left, a pyramid in the middle, and a sphere on the right. Obviously, depending on your call out, the location of your pure shapes would be different. The best method to create these 3D shapes is to never dissect a shape from the same side as the 3D shape we want. So never dissect a square from the cube side, a triangle from the pyramid side, or a circle from the sphere side, because you want those shapes there. Only dissect those shapes from the other sides. Simply following this rule should get you to the solution in the end. For example, you can see in this video here, we want circles in the middle to make the sphere. So I dissect a circle from the left so that we can move it to the middle. And then I dissect a triangle from the middle because we'll swap that with the circle on the left. Following the rule of never dissecting from the side you want the shapes on, will make sure you end up with those shapes in the correct spot. The next symbols I swap are to dissect a square from the left and swap it with the triangle on the right. After being interrupted by the ghost phase, you can see this completes the pyramid on the left. I then follow the same rule and take the circle from the right, and swap it with the square in the middle. And this completes all the 3D shapes in the order we wanted. Now we should discuss inside team. These are the people who get teleported into their own room by themselves. The first step is to get the initial call out. So in this case we have TSC for triangle, square, circle. Get someone from the outside team to convert this into the final call out using the rule we showed earlier, which in this example would end up being circles left, triangles middle, and squares right. For the inside team though, don't worry about the final call out just yet. We need to complete all the requirements first for the glass to break, so simply just do the normal strat all the way to the end. And I mean, collect all the symbols on the same side, like in the gameplay I am the square guardian, so I send my triangle to the triangle guardian. I end up with double square after someone sends that to me. At this point we split our symbols and I send one of my squares to each of the other guardians. This should be all what you're doing normally for the first and third phase in the encounter anyway, so you should know how to do this. So you can see here I end up with triangle and circle like you normally would if you were completing this the usual way. But here is where we add the extra step for the challenge. Now we look at the final call out for what symbols we need to send where. So as the square guardian in the middle, I need to end up with double triangle. So I've got to send my circle to the left, and if everyone else follows the call out, they'll send the other triangle to you, so you end up with double of the shape you need. After this extra step is done, you can then pick up both symbols, and assuming the outside team's already finished, you'll be able to walk outside. The only issue with this challenge is time. Swapping extra symbols can result in more unstoppable champions, so if you aren't quick at your swaps, you might run out of time. So make sure you have a good build to kill them fast. Parasite worked really well for this. Alright, reminder, you only need to do this extra stuff for the challenge on the second phase. Just do it normally on the first and third phase. And let me know if you have any questions in the comments below. I have challenge guides for all the master challenges. Also, if you enjoyed the video, please remember to like and subscribe. It really helps me out. Thanks. Bye. Thanks for watching and make sure to subscribe for more. Special thanks to our channel members City, Burnt Toast, GD Finn, Hob, Badger, Jakey, Riops, Ferwin, Tolsan, Whiskey and Spec for their continued support.